Hey guys, all right, so today we are talking about playing the money game. You have no option except to play because we use money in the world for living and expenses and things that we need to survive. So let's opt in and start playing the money game to win. So stay tuned because I'm going to talk about this. Hey everyone, my name is Kim Velez. I am a conscious life and success coach, and I'm so excited that you are here with me. Masha loves you as well. And we are really excited today to dive in deep and really talk about playing this money game, playing the money game to fucking win. So before I dive in, if you want a new free workbook that I created about, challenging your money mindset, success mindset, it's a fun quick 5-step workbook, then the link is below to grab that. Okay, so we know that the way that we live in the world today is we exchange money for food, for, shelter, clothes, for luxury items, for entertainment, for our bills like gas, electric, water, car payments. I mean, we can go on and on and on. Things cost money. That's how the 3D world operates. So instead of looking at money negatively, right? Because the reality of the situation is this, is that you have to play the game no matter what. You don't have the luxury of opting out of not playing the money game because you have to use money for your day-to-day living expenses. So you have two choices by playing this money game. You either play the money game to lose or you play the money game to win. I'm always opting let's win because as the creator of our reality, we get to have everything that we want, right? You are limitless, you are unstoppable. So it's really understanding what is my story of money. I mean, there's so much negativity when they talk about capitalism and money and just to me real stupid shit that just doesn't even make sense, and it all comes from the premise and understanding of a negative concept of money and people who have money. So first and foremost, not all people who have a lot of money are bad people. In fact, there's a lot of amazing people that have a lot of money and do a lot of good with the money. Now, can bad people have money? Yes, that's happened since the dawn of man. Like you can create the reality, right, where those people end up getting theirs, that they don't get to, continuously take money from people. They're scammers. I mean, we just see it all the time. It's constant. So yes, there are people that do that as well, but that is not an absolute truth that every person who has money is a terrible person, is scamming someone, is trying to hurt someone. So we do understand that there are certain people too that can go to great lengths to get money, and they look at using people to their advantage in a negative way that will hurt them in order so that person can get money. Well, we're not those people. So those people don't matter to me. Those people aren't in my reality. I don't deal with them. They're all over fucking YouTube. They're all over TikTok. Like they're everywhere, but they're not in my reality. They don't have a place in my life, and they're not going to be able to grift me and, take my money. Right. So you have to think along those lines too. So then you want to look at, okay, so if I'm going to play this money game and I want to win, then do I have this negative story of what capitalism is? Do I have a negative story of people who make money, right? If the answer is yes, well, then you need to change that. You need to decide, is this an absolute truth? Even though I believe this in the past or this is what was fed to me, it doesn't mean it's true. Capitalism itself is not bad. That's why people in this country can get successful. People can literally have nothing. They don't have to be born into money in order to create wealth for themselves, which is an amazing thing. But are there people that play the capitalism game again that shit on others? Absolutely. Again, going back to what I talked about in the beginning, we know this. We know this about humans. There's good humans and there's not so good humans. And there's people with money who are going to be super greedy. And there's people with money that have fucking overflow and excess and are amazing human beings. So you get to decide if you want to opt in the sense of playing the money game to win, which category are you going to choose for yourself? Okay, I've always been someone who lives with integrity and is not hurting people, is not trying to scam people, does not scam people is a better thing I should say, does not scam people, and doesn't look at money as the doesn't look at money as if I don't have it, something's wrong with me, or like I only want people who can give me money. Like that's not how I operate my mind, right? How I look at money is that there's plenty for me to have everything I want. And I really like the journey of creating more wealth for myself because it requires me to level up in a lot of ways. It requires me to become a different version of me and create a new reality where I get different ideas and I take different actions and I meet and experience different people that are on a whole nother level than, my old version of myself. And it's really interesting and fun, good way to really just continue to elevate your mindset. So, back to what I was saying, you get to choose and decide which person you want to be having money, right? So, we're all going to assume that everybody wants to, have a good self concept about money and see themselves as someone who has integrity and is good and can do really good. And then you want to look at your story of money, right? Is your story negative or is it favorable? How do you start changing it? How do you feel when you look at your bank account? How do you feel when you're, shopping and spending your money? What is going on with you? Because that's your subconscious programming. Do you believe more is on the way? Do you believe that you always have excess? Do you believe that no matter what you spend, tenfold is coming back to you? Do you believe that when you invest in yourself, it always works out in your favor? Do you believe that you can have anything that you desire, even if you can't manifest it right now, this second? At some point your reality will show you this new money story, right? So these are questions to ask yourself and really understand, who are you? Who are you choosing to be? How have you been operating when it comes to money? So you have to be aware of, again, your self concept of money and decide who you want to be having money, right? And then you want to change your story of money, that money's easy, money's always flowing in my reality. Money, avalanches of money, flow to me easily and effortlessly every day, that I always come up with $1 million ideas to implement that resonate with me, that I'm always attracting and receiving, however you want to word it, money in my reality, that people love to give me their money, that the more money I have, the more I'm able to do and give back. Again, you don't have to choose that as your story, but that for some people they want to. And one of the things is really, so for me personally, money allows me more freedom and it allows me more options that I I don't have with less money. And I like freedom in my life. Okay. I grew up in foster care. So I'm a big proponent of not being limited in the sense of always having choices and options. So when I decide I want something different, there's nobody stopping me. Right. So as a kid, being stuck in an institution, I didn't have freedom. I didn't have the power to just walk out the front door. I tried many times and I got tackled and fucking beat up for it by grown adults as a kid, because that is the system that, we live in, unfortunately. And I made a very conscious decision the day I turned 18, was like, I will never allow myself to be in a reality where I don't have all the freedom that I desire. So as I continue in this journey and changing my story and everything I've been through, and what I want to create in my reality, and I've awakened more and more, I just keep blowing up in a good way, and uh knowing how limitless I am and always receiving more. And then I'm able to do good things with it. Like, it feels good for me to be able to give back, but I get to choose who I want to give it to, right? And that's the same for you. You get to choose what you want to do with your money. So you have to change the self concept, like I said, of who are you going to be with money. Then you have to change your story of money. And then you have to also, what is your why? What would having more money do for you? What would having more money feel like for you? What if having more money, what is it going to bring different into your life than your current reality or the old version of you that didn't have all that access? So start figuring these things out and then really start implementing them and practicing them, and trust in the unseen, build your faith and believability in that reality, and just keep becoming the version of you that is someone that has this excess wealth, that is always in overflow, that feels safe having more and more money and continuously receives more and more, and is able to know that they are still good even with all this money. Now, some of you may not have a poor self-concept about having money, and that's great. So I'm just adding that in case people really struggle with the whole capitalism concept and just people having money. Because to me, it's so stupid how people demonize. Why do people demonize people having money? That's a way to keep us stuck, and it's a way to keep us limited and not having power. And we don't do that on this channel, right? We are limitless, we are unstoppable, and we can fucking have it all, and we can receive it in the most highest, favorable way for each individual self of what that looks like for each and every single one of you to decide for yourself. So I hope you found this video helpful. We're changing the story of money. You have to play the game. You might as well opt in to fucking win instead of opt in to lose, because I'm saying opt in, but you really have no choice, because in this 3D reality, we need money. So let's start changing the story and creating the reality of money that feels good for you, that allows you to have it all, that allows you to do what it is that you desire to do in your life with this excess money. All right, guys, we love you, and we'll see you soon. Bye.